We're just going to wait a few more seconds for everyone to join. Hola mis amores! Hey everybody! It's John Bell here, Young Ian. Hello, hello! Amazing. So, yeah, I just want to start by saying thank you so much to everybody. It's been an amazing reception of episode 508. I am super pleased with the episode, super pleased that you all loved it. It's really gone straight to my heart how everyone has responded. So thank you so much. It's been amazing to see everybody's thoughts, which is lovely. So yeah, I guess the best way to do this, I think, is for you guys to pop your questions in the actual question box, and then I'm going to go through and I'll answer as many as I possibly can. But Slanja first. Let's see. Okay. All right, cool. So please don't change. Hi there. Quarantine's going great. Well, not great because it's quarantine, but so far so good. I am down here in Barcelona at the moment. This is where I've locked down. So it's been really nice. Have a little balcony here. I can go out and see the sun. And I've been taking time to just catch up with a lot of people, do a bit of cooking and all the usual stuff that everybody seems to be doing at this time. So yeah, it's been okay. Let's see. So of course I have to answer a question about Adzo. I am in love with Adzo. Don't tell Rolo this because, well, I'm in love with them both. My heart is big enough for them both for both of them. So he's adorable. Definitely very, very cute, and Katrina especially absolutely adores little Adzo. Whenever he's there, Katrina's first up, picking him up, cuddling him, and none of us get a shot. She's the cat lady on the set. But I've got Rolo, so I'm not too jealous about that. I am currently in Barcelona because I live here. This is home for me at the moment. I will be moving to Madrid soon. This is just because I fell in love with this place. I fell in love with the people here. I have so many really close friends, and I came for a week and ended up staying for a year. So I call it my second home now. But of course, we'll be going back to Scotland eventually when we start to film season 6. How often do you talk? I mean, the best thing about Outlander and the best thing about the cast is that we are so close. When my episode, well, actually a few days before my episode came out, Katrina texted me to say, "You're looking good, can't wait to see you." I was speaking to Lauren yesterday. I've been speaking to Caitlin. We're all on this journey together, and we're just very lucky to have such a close relationship with everybody. It's really, really special, this show. So yeah, I'm a lucky boy. Do you speak Spanish? Vale, okay. Dame un minuto. Mi español no es el mejor. Estoy trabajando en mi acento y mi mi gramática, no sé. Pero sí, en el futuro, por favor, voy a hablar español contigo. Y let's see. Cool. Well, Glasgow's my home, has been forever, and it is an amazing city, so welcome, Nikki. You're going to absolutely love it. Let's see, what's my favourite things to do? I mean, I'm a bit of a West Ender. I love that area, very beautiful, very scenic place. It's also where a lot of Outlanders filmed. You can see the cloisters in the Glasgow University, which was used in season 3. Some of the old houses was doubles for Boston. And you just never find a city as open and up for a party and generous as Glasgow. It's a fantastic place. So yeah, welcome, more Glaswegians. We love it. Okay, favorite place in Scotland. Let's see. I mean, there's loads. I absolutely adore my country, but one of my favourite places I've ever visited was the Orkney Islands, right up in the north. So you've got to travel quite a bit up to Inverness, even further, get on a ferry over to the Orkneys, and there's a beautiful chapel there that was built by Italian prisoners of war, and it stayed there as a memorial to the war, and it's an absolute treasure. It's a gem, one of my favourite places. So absolutely, I would recommend seeing that. There's loads in Scotland though. You'll never be wanting for nothing. Okay, so I have to talk about the Mohican. The Mohican I was so up for, at the end of season 4, we were talking with Matt and he was saying, it's going to be a while before you're back, but when you're back, it's a whole new look. It's going to be a whole different side to your character. Could not wait. Loved that. However, the shaving of the head was the real moment because, I've never shaved my head before. So I was worried that I would have like a weird shaped head or something. Like, I don't know, all these thoughts are going through your head. So a few weeks beforehand, I shaved my head pretty low, pretty short, and was thankfully thought, okay, I have a relatively normal shaped head. This is going to be fine. Then went for the full buzz. And then it was like, everyone was asking, why did you do this? And I couldn't say anything. I remember being at conventions in Vancouver and in New Orleans and having to say to the guys there, like, I just shaved my head because I wanted to. But it was totally part of the young Ian journey. And we tried lots of different Mohicans. There was one that we called like the top knot, which was all the way back here. Super cool. Kind of a bit more, a bit more rugged. And then we settled on sort of a middle ground between that and a kind of, what's his name? Ragnar from Vikings kind of look. So we went halfway in between there. And I absolutely adore it. I love a wig. And getting to flick that around all the time was the source of much amusement. In fact, one day, I don't know what was playing. I think it was Kylie Minogue in the makeup trailer. And I was getting so into my Kylie that as I went to whip my wig off, it ripped and flew across the entire makeup trailer. Annie McEwen was there, the boss of makeup. So I immediately started being like, I'm so sorry. But it was quite a funny joke. It was quite fun. Let's see. Do I like Spanish food? Oh my gosh, I adore Spanish food. Mi favorito, mi plato favorito. I'm obsessed with the pimiento and padrones. When you blister them, bit of fresh salt, simple, delectable, love it. But gosh, I'm not picky. I will pick anything. I absolutely love it. Yes, when it's not shaved, my hair is naturally curly. Don't know if you can kind of see it coming through. But if you go back to when I began acting when I was 8 years old, I think in Doctor Who, I have these long blonde ringlets. So honestly, get a good crack out of that, having a laugh at me, my dorky little 8-year-old self. It's quite fun, and you'll see my natural curls there. Let's see. Oh God, thank you so much for sending these all in. They're amazing. Favorite memory from set. Oh gosh, there's so many. I mean, season 3, of course, that was me beginning this journey. I had read a bit about what young Ian's journey was going to be. But of course, it's so different from when he was in season 3 to where he is now. And I think I loved it because, you know, I joined the show at the same time as Lauren and Cesar, and we really became like a really close trio. We looked out for each other. So all the time spent with them was great, especially in South Africa. I think when they were on their Instagram live, they talked about going to the Justin Bieber concert. So that's maybe not from set, but that was a great memory of us all going there together. I love all the horse riding. See, any time that it says on the call sheet horses and we're using horses in the scenes, I love that. I mean, I think you to anyone that's seen episode 9, I'm not going to talk about it because I know it's going to be coming out in different regions soon, but there's some fantastic horse riding and I just love doing it. It's quite funny because the horse guys will often come up to me beforehand and be like, right, John, we just want you to walk. You know, we don't want you to be galloping off, you know, keep it controlled, keep it. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah, totally. Yeah. But see when they go action, it's up to me. So I just kick that horse into 5th gear and start galloping, going, Uncle Jamie. Absolutely love it. It's great fun. And from season 5, I do have a favourite memory, but I can't share it yet. So stay tuned. And I'll do another one and we'll talk about it then, because you're going to die. It's going to be awesome. Let's see. Well, let's see. Oh God, there's so many. Favorite. I'm a Doctor Who fan. Favorite Doctor Who. It's tough. It's between 2. It's between David Tennant, because he was my Doctor, and a fellow Paisley buddy. But also, I love Sylvester McCoy. I got to work with him in The Hobbit and adore him and his Doctor. So yeah, that would be between those 2. Let's see. Best giggles on set. Look, the king and queen of comedy on set is Sam and Kat. They keep it real. They keep it 100. They are so funny. Absolutely always make us laugh. Usually at my expense, I'll be honest. They tend to make fun of me, but absolutely love it. Down for a laugh whenever. God, yeah, we just all have a great time. Stephen Cree, of course, is always a laugh on set because you just never know what he's going to say next, and it is a joy to live in that unpredictability with him. I adore Stephen, always makes me laugh. But I'm thinking of like specific moments. I don't know. There's just so cool. There's so many. But yeah, it's definitely a laugh a minute on Outlander. We don't take ourselves too seriously, that's for sure. Yeah, I see this question a lot, so I want to clear this up because people always think there's 2, and there are, like, Rollo is played by Dewey, and Dewey has a brother called Whiskey, and Whiskey sometimes comes onto set, but Rollo is Dewey. Every single shot of Rollo, it's Dewey that's playing him. Except once when we had to film a fight sequence on the boat in season 4, and we love Dewey, but he's such a big oaf. I mean, he's the most cute, cuddly, gorgeous puppy ever, and would never think of being at all aggressive or mean. But you know, sometimes we need that, so we brought in like stunt Rollo for a couple of shots. But apart from that, everything is Dewey. And Adso, same, only one Adso. But I was quite jealous because, of course, Adso, when he first comes as a kitten, I wasn't there, so I never got any kitten cuddles, which is rather upsetting. Let's see. Anything. So I'm binge watching at the moment. I'm binge watching Vikings. I found it on Netflix and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm watching a lot of Spanish films and trying to, improve my knowledge of Spanish culture and Spanish cinematography. So, those are the kind of things I've been watching. Recently, I watched Tacones Lajones for the first time, which was superb. I adore Almodovar, and I suggest anybody watching that doesn't know about Pedro Almodovar to go check him out. He's an amazing filmmaker. And what else did I watch? I watched last night, I watched Legado. God, I'm going to butcher my Spanish here. Legado de los Huesos. For a bit of high drama, high octane Spanishness. It was fabulous. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, I can talk about this. I was 8 years old when I had my first job on Doctor Who. I started acting when I went to a local stage school when I was about 7. I just, I tried football, I tried tennis. Wasn't it for me, I was the kid that wanted to dance. Still am. So I went to a stagecoach and did singing and dancing and acting and absolutely fell in love with it. And very luckily got off the back of a Blue Peter competition. I won a part in Doctor Who, which started my kind of professionalness, and continued on from there. There's been a few people that have really helped me in my career, because it's all about those connections that you make, and especially the Hubbards, who, I don't want to be like discovered me, but certainly gave me my first opportunity to lead a film called A Shine of Rainbows when I was about 10 years old. So if you want to see some another young John moment, check out A Shine of Rainbows. And yeah, they also cast me in The Hobbit. So without my lovely Hubbards, I wouldn't be where I am with you guys today. So yeah, that's the sort of journey I've been on thus far. Okay, so I saw some people giving me some slack for dry firing the bow and arrow, and I'm sorry, I was in my mood, I was in my moment. I shouldn't have dry fired it. Never dry fire a bow and arrow, guys, okay? But it was a lot of fun, it was something that I was really looking forward to, because there isn't really a weapon that's cooler than a bow and arrow, So when they said, Ian's going to have his bow and arrow, I was like, yeah, let's do this. So I went to the weapons department and worked with Jim there, practicing firing it. Turns out, really wrecks your fingers. Whew, I had blisters for weeks. I even went to the costume and like, can you make me a glove? And they're like, come on, don't be a wuss. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. So ended up practicing with that. There was one shot that was cut out, and I'm gutted about it. But I understand, things have to go. But I had to fire an arrow in episode 8 straight past the camera. So the camera was set up, and they're like, okay, John, go. And the camera team and all that ran to the hills. They didn't want to be anywhere near it because they had no idea how good I was going to be. Notched the arrow, and I had to get it as close to the lens as I possibly could without actually hitting the however $100,000 expensive camera work it was. I was you know what I mean? So ended up firing it straight past the camera, bullseye, loved it, and then never made it in. But I was still proud of myself, and the shot looked really cool. So, hello everybody. Sorry, I'm doing the questions, so if you have questions, stick them in here. But I am seeing all your lovely comments on the chat. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to have words with him because I have not tried Sam's new whiskey, the Sassenach, yet, and I am desperate to. Let me know, is it good? I mean, I've heard amazing things. So start messaging Sam. John wants a bottle of whiskey pronto. So okay, we can talk about this. The audition process for Ian was pretty standard for me. I received an email from my agent. Actually, the weird thing about it was that I had a period of time where I wasn't working after The Hobbit, and I was ready to go to university, put acting on the back burner. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen with it. And then I got an email from my agent, and she's talking to me about this Outlander. Of course, I'd heard about it. Every Scottish actor knows about it. For this character, young Ian. I was like, this looks interesting. So I went and met Simone, the casting director, in Edinburgh. And I remember it was the Edinburgh Fringe. So they were doing all this work, all this construction work, and it was super distracting, and I had to go into this hallway with Simone and film it. And I just remember thinking, you know, coming out and going, bloody hell, like I really feel good about that. Like, see what happens. You kind of have to forget these things once you've been seen for them, hope for the best, but that's it. And I got a call saying they'd like to offer you it. And I was like, yeah. Didn't end up quitting acting, didn't go to university, and have continued to work. It's been fantastic. But yeah, there's certainly ebbs and flows in a career. How long is a typical shooting day? Depends. For Sam and Kat, they're a hell of a lot longer. But if you're in every single scene from start to finish, it's a very long day. Especially because for young Ian, for his transformation, I have to be there at least an hour and a half before I need to get into costume, which is another half an hour. So we're talking about 2 hours, 2.5 hours before I even film, because we have to cleanse the skin, get my tan on, because, honey, I am white, get my fake tan on, get my dirt sprayed all over my face, get a clean shave on the head, clean shave on the face, meticulously paint those tattoos on. I have to shout out to my beautiful makeup artist, Anne-Marie. She never sent me out there looking bad. She's amazing. She's an absolute genius, and also was the creator of my wigs. Then the wig goes on, the glue goes on, and then I start to feel a little bit more in character, and then I head out to costume. So that's a big process of the day. And then we're filming for a long time. So maybe if we're starting at 8, we're not finishing until 8 at night sometimes later. And it's very irregular. But to anybody that wants to make film and do TV, as long as the days can be, it is the most rewarding and amazing experience. So 100%, if it's your passion, do it. Let's see. There's so many. Was this? Okay, so Lizzie made Ian's favourite dish. He has a hidden story about the love of his life. Any chemistry? If you're talking about chemistry between me and Caitlin, absolutely. Me and Caitlin have great chemistry. In fact, we tried multiple times to get a relationship going between us, and the producers were always like, no, it's fine, don't worry about it. I'd be like, but what if I just picked her flowers and gave her flowers in a scene? Wouldn't that be kind of cute? And we never won, but with looks, we give a lot, I promise. Let's see. Yes, please give me tortilla de patatas any day, every day. I have some in my fridge right now. It is my go-to snack. That and a lovely glass of Coca-Cola. Let's see. Favorite dance move? Jeez, I mean, okay, so Lauren has nominated me to do a 5K run, but obviously I'm in Spain and I can't do this 5K run even if I wanted to, because we can only go out for shopping. So she said to me, maybe you could do a dance. So I have lots of dance moves. I was a bit of a dancer, you know. I love to dance. I'm always dancing around my flat here. So gosh, I don't know. I mean, I can hit out with a pretty mean shuffle. I can shimmy pretty well. Drop it to the floor, very easy. I love a death drop. Bit of voguing, absolutely. I need to get better at voguing though. So if anybody has any voguers recommendations, send them my way because I need to practice. Oh, thank you. Not a question, but wonderful job. Thank you so much, Josie. That's so sweet. Hey Coco. Yes, they were filmed in Fraser's fridge, absolutely, which also becomes a midgie hotspot in the summer. So no matter what time of year you're there, you're absolutely screwed. But yes, we did a bunch of stuff on the ridge, kind of round about the Bree and Roger's cabin, and some other stuff in Calendar as well. We filmed up there. it was always quite funny because, of course, when I was filming, sometimes, you know, there'd be fans. I'm looking at you, Outlander Bakers, and I had to like hide myself coming in. You know, I felt like a Kardashian or something, you know, hoodie, sunglasses, pretending it wasn't me, kind of. And I always felt really bad because, like, you want to stop and say hi, but you can't because that would give the game away. But I hope that, you know, despite all my lying and despite all my, like, untruths, that the surprise of young Ian's return, coming back a bit early, was more than worth it. So, yeah. Let's ver. Oh gosh, some of these are right thinkers. Love from South Africa. Thank you so much. Love South Africa. Absolutely adore South Africa. Spent some time in Cape Town. That was also some of my favourite memories. Yeah, really, really beautiful place. Can you sing or play any instruments? I cannot sing. Sorry guys, I am no Roger Mack. I cannot hit out with a ballad or sing Clementine whenever I can. In fact, if I'm singing around here, most people that'll be with me will tell me to shut up. So I need to improve that. Don't know, just not very natural when it comes to it. And I am learning guitar, but I'm not very good yet. Give me some time. And I may be able to strum along to Clementine. So, what's it like to play a more serious Ian? I mean, any chance you get to really explore a character's full range of emotions is such a privilege. So I was so excited to play a bit more of a serious, a bit more of a grown-up Ian. Obviously, we've taken him on such a journey, you know. He was he was a boy, you know. He was kind of a naive, nice guy. And obviously what's happened, and, you know, it will eventually be explained what's happened, but it's left such a mark on him. So with discussions with Matt, I always wanted to make sure that we were having such a clear distinction between Ian post living with the Mohawks and Ian before living with the Mohawks. So yeah, I mean, I absolutely adored it. It's a bit sad at times, you know, because you have to put yourself in that place for a long time, for a long day on set, and that can be emotionally taxing. But certainly looking back on it and seeing the differences and comparing them, I was more than happy to, absolutely thrilled with how it came out. Although it's always very weird looking back on yourself and watching it. You never know if you've done well. So I have to trust you guys. So thank you for being so supportive. Do you have any pets? Currently in Barcelona, there is a little cat living with me who I don't think I'll be able to get him on FaceTime, on Instagram Live, but he's a Sphinx cat that I live with called Ellie, and he's an absolute sweetheart. And my two cats before that I had are away with it, living with someone else now, but yeah, I'm always surrounded by animals, absolutely adore them. If you could have dinner with anyone living or from history, who's it going to be? I mean, that's a good question. Historically, you know, even before Outlander, I've always loved Scottish history. So to have a dinner with Bonnie Prince Charles would be quite interesting. I'd quite like to know what happened there, where he ended up. Also, one of my favourite singers of all time, Janis Joplin. I'd like to have a sit-down glass of wine with her. That'd be quite nice. But yeah, I wonder who else. Gosh. Oh, there's so many. Anybody that was a badass. I want to know more. Maybe Jesus as well. He seems like a good person. Like, what was going on? So, do you ever find out Auntie Claire's time travel secret? Which is quite funny because I always thought, surely he overheard something in the cave in season 3 with Galus. Surely he was tied up and going, what are they talking about? Or maybe he was just so absolutely petrified that he wasn't even listening. Probably more the latter. But so I know that, of course, Jamie knows, Martin knows, and that's it. So, I mean, it's a secret. I certainly don't know what's going to happen. I'd like to know, but I think young Ian's just happy living in a world where he is, convinced she's a witch or something. Let's see. Did you enjoy telling off your uncle? Would it be bad of me if I said yes? Yeah, I loved it. You know, again, it was like another side of Ian. Beforehand, you know, Ian would never have said anything negative about his uncle. And to him, his uncle was his hero. So for him to reach that point of frustration with him was super fun to explore with Sam. And of course, working with Sam is always such a pleasure because he's such a giving actor, you know, such a generous guy. And really is especially there for me when it comes to just making sure that I know that I did a good job or that was a good take. He's always giving me a wee wink. That was a good one. And that just, you know, supports you and everyone else. He really is such an amazing team leader. And yeah, love the man to bits. I saw somebody comment there, how about working with Lotta? Now, I love Lotta. If Lotta's watching, I need to catch up with you, babe, because it's been too long. Yes, working with Lotta in season 3 was so much fun. She came on into South Africa a couple of weeks, I think, after I was there. And I felt like I immediately just fell in love with the woman. She's incredible. And loved working with her. Especially because it was such a surreal scene to film, you know. Here she is dripping in blood in a bathtub, and you have to be both petrified and turned on, and kind of very nerve-wracking, but we ended up just having such a laugh that day. I think I told her bum was very peachy, which it is. So yeah, I adore Lotta to pieces, and a fantastic actress. Favourite episode this season? Okay, well, obviously the one I return is going to be my favourite. But I really loved the Beardsley Cabin episode. I thought that was such a cool and almost like a horror film kind of vibe to it. I don't know what you guys thought, but I absolutely adored it. I was like, what the fuck is going on, you know? But because I had arrived late to the season, I hadn't read the scripts. So I kind of knew the story, but for the first time sitting down watching it was just like you. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So that was definitely my favorite episode this season. If you could time travel to any point in history, where would it be and why? I love this. I call this like the Outlander question, right? Because we're all about time travel. So I dart between the two. I think I like Lauren's answer. She always liked the dinosaurs or something like that. Maybe Jesus or something. Go back to biblical times, see what was going on there. I always fancy like ancient Greece or something. I kind of fancy that kind of period in time. I'd hang out with some Greeks or some Romans. That sounds fun. Of course I'm going to answer this. Favorite Shrek film? Hands down, Shrek 2. I mean, package it, best Shrek film there is. I also just saw my dad do Shrek the musical. So he's a bit of an actor himself. And last time I was in Scotland, I watched him play the big bad wolf in Shrek the musical at Royal Theatre. So I absolutely adore Shrek, and certainly watching my dad performing that was hilarious. Who is the best baker / cook from the cast? I don't know. I mean, I looked at all the cakes, right? Because of course we just recently had our Outlander Bake Off, and I'm sorry, I won. My video was the best. Okay, everyone that's seen it, my video was absolutely, the production value alone won the Outlander Bake Off. But I was pretty impressed with Caitlin and Lauren's. Certainly looked like the most delicious of them all. And yeah, I mean, but definitely John won. Thank you so much. Yeah, I definitely did. Like, no argument there. Let's see. Gosh, thank you so much. This is so fun. A ver. Um, oh gosh, let's see. Um, Oh, thank you. I'm glad someone asked this. I am a bit of a musical lover. Favorite musical? Currently I've been listening to Hello Dolly a lot. Really getting into my Hello Dolly. But my absolute favorite, and this was actually a recommendation from Miss Balf, because when she found out that I had not seen Cabaret, she was shook. She told me, you need to go home right now. Don't even bother coming into work today. Just go home and watch Cabaret. And I understand now. And it is absolutely one of not just my favourite musicals, but my favourite films. So definitely Cabaret. I'm not going to sing Cabaret, don't worry, as much as I would love to. Thank you so much, Angel. I'm so happy that you're back. Thank you so much. Do you have TikTok? Don't have TikTok. Anyone saying that is me on TikTok is not me. I do watch a lot of TikTok though. I'm not gonna lie. Favorite alcoholic beverage? I really should say whiskey, seeing as I'm a Scot, and I do love whiskey. But I love a little Morgans and Coke. What can I say? Other rums are available, but it's my grandpa's drink. It's my drink. So slanjava. A ver. Hola Sara. Gosh. Can you do a North Carolina accent? Sorry, babe, I'm not even going to attempt that. I would love to. Give me some time and I'll work on my North Carolinian. Who do you miss working with in Outlander? Definitely Lauren Lyle. Absolutely. Miss her to pieces. Cesar Don Boy, my brother. Love him to pieces and miss him too. I miss Katrina, I miss Sam, I miss Sophie and Richard. I miss Maria, miss Duncan. I just miss everybody. It sucks, doesn't it? I want to see folk. But yeah. What's my favourite memory with Richard? I don't know. One of my favorite memories with Richard, yeah, is I think me and Lauren, and a couple of the crew went to a big gay club night in Glasgow. I was wearing this fluorescent, yellow fluorescent kilt. So having a club night, dancing with my pals, that was certainly a good time, and it looks fabulous. I'm not gonna lie. Where did your tattoos go? My tattoos, I don't, what do you mean? Oh God, they're not there. Yes, my tattoos are going to be coming back soon. Don't you worry. A lot of fun, yeah, a lot of fun. So I'm going to bring in a little special guest, if I can figure this out, because the one, the only Cedar Don Boy had me as a guest recently, and so I feel like I have to return the favour and bring on a guest of my own. So without further ado, made it
Hi,
work.
my darling.
Hello.
Hi.
Let me get
How
rid of
are you, babe?
that. Oh, I'm
This is
stunning. How are you?
lovely.
I'm just
Wait, I'm
enjoying a
gonna
little rum and
move. I'm
coke
gonna
and,
move
and
back
chatting with all these
slightly.
amazing people. So
Huh?
yeah.
John, how, on behalf of the family, on behalf of the Frasers, as much as I've married in, I would like to welcome you back wholeheartedly and to say that as my long lost sibling, we really should have been siblings. It's so good to have you back.
Thank you,
So
babe.
welcome.
Yay!
How do you
I'm
feel?
so happy.
Does it feel good?
It feels great. It feels great. You know, I am a Fraser now. I'm a Fraser at heart. So to see all you guys, I was sad. I was like the little sad puppy at the window. I
And
wanted
do you
to come in.
remember? Do you remember the moment so we must have been filming episode 8,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd taken a video with Rolo, and like
I
I
do.
took a video of Rolo because it was
Mm-hmm.
really funny and it was cute. It was great to have Rolo back as well.
Yeah.
And then put it on social media, and then didn't think of anything. And
Of
then
course.
about 2 hours later, our publicity team were ripping their hair out and calling me from all angles, telling me to take it down. But before that, you text me and you were like,
I'm not so
Lauren.
sure about this, Lauren.
Yeah, you were like,
Have you
Lauren,
thought about this?
I think that means that they'll know that I'm back. And I was like, oh,
Oops.
God, yeah. And I was like, well, do you know what? No one's told me not to.
Yeah.
So just leave it.
He could just be visiting set, something
Right?
like that. Yeah.
And I was like, Rolo could be back. That doesn't mean maybe Rolo's come back to give us a message.
Yes.
And then about, I don't know, an hour later, they came on and they were like, get it down! Oh, sorry. I can put it up now. I'll put it up now because
definitely get it back online because it was a rather cute video. But yeah, it's been so funny because I've had to lie to everybody.
You actually have.
I've actually been like straight up eye contact, everything. No, I'm not in season.
What's been the worst moment? Has someone directly said to you, I know that you're coming back, and you've had to be like, you're wrong?
Yeah, many times. Because of course, when we do the conventions, everyone's read the books as well. So when they were like, come on, you're back. Like, you're back. Like, you've got a shaved head. What's that about?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
I thought I'd go for the shaved head.
Yeah, I thought I would just rock this look,
The thing is, as well, in isolation, that would have been fine because everyone's shaving their head. So it would have probably been okay.
Would have just looked like I was bored that day.
Yeah. I mean, you're quite stylish, so... And it's a stylish thing to do, to shave your head.
Yeah.
You got away with it.
I did, thankfully. But yes, unlike you with your blue hair, you definitely did not get away with that.
Yeah, screwed that one up. Really fucked that. It's fine now.
What has been your favourite episode this season?
John, it's obviously been 8 because you came back. That's obviously what it was. I actually think my favourite episode is the finale, I think. There's some stuff about it I wasn't so sure on when we read the scripts.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people will know what like the hesitations were when they see it. But I think I've actually not seen it yet, but I've seen lots of clips when we've had to go in and do ADR.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing. And one of the scenes in it is one of my favourite things that I've ever shot. That's really wild. And I was about to say something.
You can
really give it away.
Stum.
I
agree 100%.
The thing we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing we were talking about yesterday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, no, we can't.
It's going to be a game changer, but we're not saying anything.
No.
Just stay tuned.
Yeah. But what has been your favourite moment coming back?
Like in the series or like in life?
Well, either. Like it could be like, was it the day you came back to set, or was it once you were in it doing it all again? Was it like seeing Rolo for the first time?
I think it was the makeup transformation. I think that's the thing that I was most excited about because they had all these different wigs for me,
Yeah.
There was the mullet, there was the boy band, there was the Viking, and I was like, I was living for it, So, and then when I finally got it on and they started doing the tattoos, and I also got a bit of an input, I was like, I really want these tattoos. I think it's really important. Let's make sure we get these in. So not only that, but I felt like I had a little bit more of a hand in creating Young Ian.
Totally.
And so that moment when I sat there and looked in the mirror and Anne-Marie was like, it's him. I'm like, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So that was, but of course, it was also filming that amazing scene with you, Lauren. Of course.
John, thank you.
Any scene with you, actually.
Kind of surprised that's not the first thing you said. Sorry, it was weird for a minute. I felt a bit awkward. I
say something. I thought I needed to backtrack a bit there.
Yeah, but like I know you said it to me yesterday how much you'd love doing it. That was like, don't tell the public. It's fine. Don't
share. Just keep it between us.
It was great though, wasn't it?
It was really cool. Yeah. It
was really good.
And your son was adorable too.
Yeah, little Robbie, the best actor on set. Robbie, the best actor on set.
Absolutely, what an actor.
But I remember the thing that was quite funny about that scene is that we're so close that I kept the bit at the end when I'm like, oh, I'm really I'm glad that you're going to be here to welcome the child. And then I go, him or her, and then I tap you, like I tap you on the shoulder.
Yeah.
But that whole first time, I was like giving you a slap in the leg. I was giving you like a wee back rub. I was like a little hug.
You were definitely,
very
mothering me
feeling.
almost, you know?
Yeah.
You were like, you were being my big sister, as you are on set, looking out for me.
So it was like, I was like, I need to like hold you. And then they were like, Lauren, like, you guys you're not that close. You would never touch him like that. I was like, I would touch John like that though.
Yeah.
So
definitely. And you can anytime.
But I loved that bit. I loved it. I hope it's gone well. Gone down well. So now what? What happens now? Have you said, what else have you said to people? Have you given it away?
Well, I don't want to talk really much about 9 because, of course, only some folk have
no.
seen it.
Oh no!
But
Don't
it's
say.
drama, so that's
Yeah.
really cool. But yeah, I guess there's so little we can say. But you'll agree with me here, Lauren, right? It's gonna just keep going. You know, it's like a freight train. The momentum is happening. There's no stopping it now.
I think everyone like is involved in the saving or taking of a life in this season, and everyone either saves or takes. I think a life that it's
that's
like
true. Yeah,
the highest stakes. I think it is true. I think I worked that out, that everyone balanced out either takes or saves a life. So we'll have to see.
Well, I take some questions from folk.
Do.
Okay.
Do.
Let's see what happened. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy bien, gracias.
I love your accent. It's fantastic. Let's see. Okay.
Okay, yeah, go.
Right. Most embarrassing thing that's happened to you on set.
Ooh.
If I share mine,
we had our argument.
We fight like brother and sister, absolutely.
We had our fight. What was embarrassing? You go. I can't think of one. You go.
I don't know. I think Kat's told this story before. Okay, everybody strap in here. I'm going to be honest with you. But I was doing this scene where we were meeting the chief of the Cherokee. And we're hanging out with these actors from Canada, and we were like, I don't know, it became quite macho. We're like doing all these push-ups, you know how it's like Sam gets, he's like, let's just do pull-ups. And I was like, yeah, let's just do pull-ups. Okay, let's do some sit-ups. So in front of everybody, we're having this fun, and I do these kind of like, oh my God, I can't tell this story. I can't finish this off.
Oh okay, God, go, you have to now.
So I'm doing these like sit-ups, and I must have had beans for lunch.
Oh my God, I did know.
Because I let out a huge fart in front of everybody. So yeah, you know, when Sam and Kat talk about making fun of me on set and kind of me being the butt of the jokes, I really make it easy for them. So.
Yeah, they talk about that. I've heard that story from them. Not from you, from Kat.
Yeah, never going to live that down, so I might as well embrace it.
Okay, great.
What about you? Have you got one?
I actually don't know if I do. I'm always really cool.
You are very cool. You're too cool.
No, I don't know. Nothing is coming to mind off the top of my head. So get another question and I'll try and answer the next one.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, I can actually say I wasn't embarrassed, but there was a moment. I was at Glastonbury. So during the summer, I'd ended up very last minute going to Glastonbury. And Outlander called me whilst I was there, saying that I had to come in a day earlier than I was meant to, which meant leaving Glastonbury leaving Glastonbury at 4 a.m. I just had to stay up all night and then leave.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, you hadn't come back yet at that point, so you weren't filming. But
okay.
I had to basically travel from like Somerset, like the very west of England, all the way up to Scotland and be on set the next morning. So I just was up for like over 24 hours pretty much. And then got to set and was like, whoa, okay.
Whoa, I'm still at Glastonbury. Whoa.
I was like, one field to another, let's go. And they were like, it's really crucial that you're there. You are being added into a scene. And I was like, okay, cool. Got there, and it was like me and Cesar picking up some sticks in the background. We were like, Oh my god.
Oh gosh, that's so
But
funny.
I was the butt of the joke for about 2 days of not being able to function quite properly and falling asleep in a field. I fell asleep in the grass in a field. That Cesar put a photo of that up. That was quite funny. Of me
Uh,
just like conked out with a coffee in my hand, like fully zipped up in a jacket.
love
Because
it.
I,
Very diva moment.
yeah,
Absolutely. Giving
napping
the
in a field.
Mariah Carey realness right now,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
absolutely.
exactly. Okay, go for a question.
Okay, Lauren, John, will we ever get to see your parents again?
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
We live for 5,000 people.
Oh yeah.
No, give me a minute. I can't do this right.
Okay, actually, someone asked a question in the chat. What's been the hardest scene for you to film?
Oh, it was really sad. You actually don't see it. They've cut it, but filming Myrta's funeral.
Oh wow.
That was really sad. We all were like in tears, and he'd gone. I think he'd gone at that point, and we were all originally the script was that we were all at the funeral,
Mm-hmm.
and then Maria as Jocasta had her own time and her own moment, and I think it works that they went with her it being about how she
Just
felt.
about the moment.
Yeah, but that was like
That was a hard
really,
thing. I can imagine.
yeah, it was. But then it was quite funny because like the way they shot it, we all had to walk away one by one,
Mm.
and you had to just keep walking towards the big house. But before you got to the big house was like a massive hill, like a dive hill. So everyone would like get to the edge and then have to like start climbing down this hill. And I was in the pregnancy bump and like it was huge, and we were all like falling down this hill. And then we'd have to like crouch down and wait for them to call cut. So by the end of it, like it would get really emotional, and then we'd all be walking over the edge of this hill and then
Stumbling.
crouch down like by the river. That photo that's circulating of like me, Sam, Cat, Richard, Sophie,
Yes.
Cesar, all like crouching down. That was at that moment.
That was that
We're
moment.
like all
God,
crouched and
that's
just waiting.
so funny to go from like to
Yeah.
awkward, suppressing laughter. Yeah.
and just like waiting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun. What about you?
I mean, God, do you know what? There's been a lot of really hard scenes to film. The scene in the beginning of season 4 where I kind of confess to Sam, to Jamie, young Ian confesses to Jamie the kind of struggles that he's gone through in Jamaica.
Oh, yeah.
That was a pretty tough day. It was actually my 21st birthday as well.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So I was going from this kind of like, oh, it's my birthday, I'm 21, I can drink, yay, to really having to go really quite real was quite tough. But Sam, of course, being there, the generous, lovable man he is, supporting me through it all the way. So yeah, that was pretty tough. And some of the stuff at the Jocasta's plantation was particularly horrible to have to witness.
Yeah, horrible.
Yeah.
Totally.
But you know, so yeah, there's been, you know, it's not exactly a cheery, happy show all the time, Outlander. You do have to deal with these moments, but
drama
it's part of the reason
has to be dramatic, I guess. Yeah. Okay, John, I've got time for one more question.
Okay.
I've got to go eat cake.
I'll love that for you. Let's see, one more. Give me a second.
Hola. How's the baby bump, Lauren? It's been hectic and horrific. Thank you for asking. It's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever worn, and I did never not wear it. I think I didn't have it on for like an episode, and it just grew each time with a corset over it as well sometimes. So delightful, womanly job.
All right, here's a question for you, Lauren. So I call Claire my Auntie Claire, but you recently got to call her Ma. How was that?
It was good. That's been like my favorite full circle of Marsley going from calling her a Hua to Ma. It's been really sweet because it was really fun. I was just that was a hard day calling Claire the day I had to call Kat a whore and go you're a Hua.
Yeah,
but also quite fun. Like
yeah,
I enjoyed it also, and I think she did too. So the full 60 of finally calling her Ma is really sweet. It's nice, and it's like a complicated psychology of having your own mum who hates her and having to also like love the two of them. So you know, it's great, and it's been like the best working with Kat all year. It's been amazing. So she is, But I'm gonna have to go. John, I love
Wow.
you.
Thanks for coming
I'm
on,
so
Lauren.
happy you're back. On behalf of the whole family, welcome back. We've always missed you. We love
Absolutely.
you. It
And of
wasn't the same
course,
without you.
if you're not following at Lauren Lyle, make sure you're following Lauren Lyle because you want more of this, she's your gal. Absolutely.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Love you all.
Bye, babes.
Bye bye.
So yeah, we surprised with Lauren there. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm going to take a few more questions. Let's take it up to 11 p.m. my time so I can answer a couple more just on my own. But yeah, let's see. Out there. Who breaks the most in the cast? Okay, so I take it you mean by like corpsing. And I think we've all had our moments of corpsing. But see if Katrina or Sam start corpsing, then we all start going. I mean, we're like school children giggling, you know, it gets ridiculous. But if I start corpsing and Katrina gives me that look, you know, that side eye, like, we're here to work, corpsing, cut dead. I love her to pieces, but she knows how to get to work. But yeah, sometimes you can't help it, and there we are, all just giggling over the most ridiculous stuff. And the whole crew are looking at us like the most unprofessional bunch of people, but you know, sometimes you just got to let loose. Favorite Jamie Ian moment? Oh, there's been so many. Going right back to season 3, I think, you know, the fact that Jamie saves his life, and you just really see the care and how he treats Ian just like his other sons. Is such a part of his heart. That was really great. But it has to be my favorite. Has to be the beginning of season 4. That conversation between Jamie and young Ian, where young Ian reveals his history, and in turn Jamie reveals his, was really beautiful. And again, just a great scene showcasing these two men being vulnerable with each other, and helping each other through tough times. Just like the stuff with young Ian and Rodri, you know. These conversations are important, and it's such a joy to be a part of them through Outlander. Let's see. A ver. Out of questions, but you're all lit as hell. Thank you so much. Do you like your new style? I mean, I've talked about it before, but I have to admit, I absolutely adore young Ian's new look. He is transformed and is looking better than ever. What a glow up, right? Although I've been seeing on the internet recently people comparing me to Macklemore and saying I look like Macklemore. I don't particularly see it, but it sure makes me laugh. So please keep sending the memes. Absolutely adore it. All right, okay, so let's take a couple more. Let's just grab randomly. Oh, y'all asking about next season? Can't talk about that. Wait till season 5's finished, then we'll have plenty to talk about. A ver. Do you speak Gaelic, or can you speak French? No, and whatever no is in Gaelic. I'm a Lowlander Scot. It's terrible. I really should speak a bit of Gaelic, but I can't. I can speak a bit of Mohawk now, which is quite handy. Yeah, so we can finish with talking about, yeah, so countries you would like to visit. I mean, hey, from Norway. I've just been studying in Spain, learning Spanish with a bunch of Norwegians, so absolutely adore your people. But yes, countries I would like to visit, absolutely everywhere. I will not say no to anywhere. Seeing everybody from all around the world tuning in right now, it is so awesome. I'd love to come and And so yeah, so whenever I go, I'll be sending it out. Please send me suggestions and everything, because the Outlander effect is amazing. And yeah, seeing everybody kind of join up here together is really heartwarming. So yes, so thank you so much. I think that's going to be me for today. Hope you all enjoyed, and if you want to see more, I am on my Instagram at John Hunter Bell. So give me a follow there. Make sure you follow Lauren, follow all the cast, just follow everybody, and we will keep you updated. And I hope the rest of the season is to your liking, because honey, you got a storm coming. All right. Lots of love to everybody. Mwah. Keep safe, stay safe, and we will get through this together. All right. Ciao.